Well, I had a really uplifting morning. I was at the gym really early, and the guy at the counter, back in December, or actually January 1, I asked him what he did on New Year's Eve, and he was all bummed out. And he said, I didn't do anything. I said, well, did you work? He said, no. He said, I don't want to live anymore. And, I told him that, life is worth living. You're only 21, and you really don't get your act together till you're 40 in life. When I hit 40, even though I had kids young and I was in business for a long time, when you're 40, you become more seasoned. And I always tell my kids, your life really doesn't start until you're older, because you have an amalgamation of things. You can be important to people. You find your mission. You find your station in life. And I told him that. I tried to uplift him, and I gave him my business card. I said, if you ever want to get a beer or some wings, I didn't rub it in that he said he wanted to kill himself. So a long time went by, and I saw him this morning again, and he looked great, and he was upbeat, and he was really
Did he remember
friendly. I think I might have helped change his life, and I'm not taking credit for it because something else may have happened, but he was really down. He was really down in December, January, and I felt so bad. I was sick to my stomach for a couple of days over it. I was crying after I left him. I couldn't contain myself. So he was doing great, man. He looked great. He was upbeat. I said, "You've been lifting weights. You look good." I think he was sending me a message that he got the message. So it was very inspiring. So take the time out, especially today. Kids got screwed up during COVID. Kids have been screwed up in general. Their parents aren't there for them. Take some time and mentor somebody. And I didn't do it for that. I just felt terrible when he said that to me. I didn't know how to handle it.
How do you react to something like that?
Yeah, I was just
hey,
here's my card, let's get a beer.
I don't want to be alive.
If you want to talk, and I'm almost 3 times his age,
Right.
and I felt terrible.
4.
Yeah, 2.6, something like that.
That's a great story, David.
Yeah, it was really meaningful. I got more news for you about student loan debt and other stuff. I got some stats, but there's new polls out. I don't know.
Just to put a point on that, it sounds cliche, but it's really true. You never know how. What did that conversation back on New Year's Day or New Year's, whenever it was, take? 30 seconds, 60 seconds?
About a minute. And,
60 seconds can change somebody's life. If it's at the right time, coming from the right messenger, which clearly you were. Yeah. That's amazing. I told him, you fail 9 out of 10 times. You got to get back on your feet, man. Roll with the punches until you're older, then decide if you want to check out. It's give it a chance. You're young. And I don't think kids are built for speed like they were in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Good way to put it.
They're out of the gate, and, tough and,
They don't experience life the way we did. And I'm not trying to say, oh man, we're in the streets, man. But literally we were. The street was our playground. Yeah. That's where we played.
Right,
That's
we played outside.
Right. You went outside, you spent most of the day with your friends going through the woods, jumping through the sump, throwing stuff at each other, playing games, right. Yeah. And then, I got to go, my mom's calling me for dinner. Yeah. But that was life.
So true.
But kids these days, they're let's face it, they're pampered, they're sheltered, they're helicoptered, right? They're sheltered.
And then they're under assault from all facets in school. Yep. You're not allowed to show any toxic masculinity, or you're not allowed to do it. It's so horrible what's going on. And everywhere I'm going, I'm seeing kids with painted nails and and lipstick on and eyeshadow, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So big numbers out there, and I don't think it's natural. I think it's they're brainwashed.
Yeah. Well, that's a great story, David. It's a great story. Maybe you can follow up with him, somewhere down the line again, and let us know. Yeah. And that's a great story.
He was a totally different person.
Good for him.
The only problem I have with
good for you
with your story is that by 40 we have our stuff together. We're still. I still don't have my stuff together.
Some of us at 40 tell fart news stories to start the news segments. So.
But you become you develop relationships and you find niches, and you have different income sources and stuff. So you're a gas there.